Hello and welcome back to another video of accounts. Today we will be learning final account of partnership firm, that is chapter number 2. Final account of partnership firm is similar to final account of sole proprietorship that you have already learnt in standard 11th. Only the difference is that in final account of partnership firm you will have to prepare two more accounts, that is profit and loss appropriation account and partners capital and current account, along with trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet. We have learned how to prepare profit and loss appropriation account and partners capital and current account in chapter 1. So let's start final account of partnership firm, that is chapter number 2. Let's take one example. Today we will do question number 9 from textbook on page number 79. Parthiv and Priya are the partners of a partnership firm. From the trial balance stated 31st March 2017 and adjustments, prepare final accounts of a partnership firm. Here, trial balance of partnership firm of Parthiv and Priya as on 31st March 2017 is given. Here 6 adjustments are also given, with the help of which we will simultaneously mark the items in the trial balance which are required to be adjusted. So let's get started. I have already prepared the necessary accounts and posted all the items in their respective accounts from the trial balance and left space for adjustment to make the process faster. So first one is drawing in trial balance. Drawing is recorded on debit side of partners capital account, as it reduces the partner's capital. Here, Parthiv has withdrawn 4800 and Priya has withdrawn 3200. Now next item is given net cost of purchase, which is 1,06,000. Since it is net cost of purchase of goods, it will be recorded on debit side of trading account. Now next item in the trial balance is stock of goods. And with that, date is also given, that is 31st March 2017, which indicates that it is closing balance. So, closing stock will be recorded on asset side in balance sheet under the heading of current asset. I have recorded it here. Closing stock 28,000 under the heading of current asset. Now next item is receivable. Receivable means debtors, which is given 48,000. I have written it in inner column because it has related adjustment. Now next is wages. We will record it on debit side of trading account since it is an expense which is directly related to production. Next is trading expense, which will be recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. Now next one is building, which is fixed asset. So we will record it on asset side of balance sheet, that is 50,000. Now next one is furniture and fitting, which is our fixed asset. So it will be recorded on asset side of balance sheet. I have written it in inner column because it has adjustment. Next item is office equipment. It is also one kind of fixed asset, so it will be recorded in balance sheet. Then packing material stock. Packing material stock means it is a closing stock of packing material. So closing stock will be recorded under the heading of current assets in balance sheet. Then balances of partners capital account is given. We will record it on credit side of partners capital account. Here Parthiv has introduced 24,000 and Priya has introduced 16,000. Now next item which is given in trial balance is sales, which is 2 lakh. It will be recorded on credit side of trading account. See, trading account means buying and selling activities. That's why purchase and sales of goods are recorded on trading account. Here I have written it in inner column because it has related adjustment. Now next item which is given in trial balance is payable. Payable means creditors, which is 30,000. Since it is a liability, so we will record it in balance sheet under current liability heading. Now next one is goods distribute as sample, which is 2000, which will be recorded on credit side of trading account. See, when any goods are going out of business due to any reason, so it will be recorded on credit side of trading account. Now next one is bank overdraft, which is 14,000. It is a kind of facility given by bank. You can say it is a kind of short-term loan which is given by bank. Since it is a liability, so it will be recorded on liability side under the heading of current liability in balance sheet. So these were the items of trial balance which I have posted in respective accounts. Each and every item of trial balance has single effect. Now let's move towards solving adjustment. Every adjustment has two or more effects. Now first adjustment, which is given in question, provide interest 8% on capital and 12% on drawing. Parthiv had withdrawn rupees 400 at the end of each month and Priya had withdrawn on 1st October 2016. So first, let us solve first adjustment, that is interest on capital. Rate of interest is given, that is 8%, which will be calculated on opening capital of partners. Interest on capital will be recorded on credit side of partners capital account, since it is an income which partner is receiving from the firm. Remember separate entity concept, according to which partner and partnership firm or owner and organization are different from each other. In partners capital account, all the partners' transaction with the firm will be recorded. Here, partners are receiving interest on capital from their partnership firm for their invested capital. So, we will write it on credit side. Here, Parthiv's interest on capital will be of 1920, which is 8% of 24,000. And Priya's capital, interest on capital will be 1280, which is 8% of 16,000. Now second effect of it we will give in debit side of profit and loss appropriation account. While recording in P&L appro account, think from firm's perspective. If any item is an expense or payment which is made by the firm to its partner, then it will be recorded on debit side of P&L appro account. So, interest on capital, we are writing it on debit side of P&L appro account, 1920 for Parthiv and 1280 of Priya. Now write total of both this, that is 3200 in outer column. Now next adjustment is interest on drawing, that is rate is given 12%. So let me show you calculation for this. See, Parthiv had withdrawn 400 at the end of each month. That's why we will take 66 upon 12. Since it is given in question, he is withdrawing at the end of each month. If it is given that he is withdrawing at the beginning of each month, then we will take 78 upon 12 instead of 66 upon 12. But here it is given that he is withdrawing at the end of the each month. That's why we are taking 66 upon 12, as I have explained you in earlier chapter. So here he has withdrawn 400 and interest rate is 12%. That's why 12 upon 100 multiply by 66 upon 12, we will get 264. And for Priya, she is withdrawing 3200 on 1st October 2016. So interest will be charged from this day only. And interest rate is 12%. That's why 12 upon 100 multiply by 6 upon 12. That means for 6 months. from 1st October 2016 to 31st March 2017, where our financial year ends. So there are 6 months. So we will get 192 interest on drawing for Priya. We will record it on credit side of profit and loss appropriation account, since which it is receiving from its partner. So 264 Parthiv's interest on drawing and 192 for Priya. Now take total and write it in outer column, that is 456. Now second effect of it we will give on debit side of partner's capital account. Since it is an expense for partner, it is a kind of payment which partner is making for its firm. 264 in Parthiv's column and 192 in Priya's column. Now next adjustment is credit sales of rupees 10,000 is not recorded. Now it will have two effects. First one will be on credit side of trading account, where we will add it to sales plus unrecorded sales. 10,000, I am writing it in inner column because still it has one more adjustment. Now second effect will be on debtors in balance sheet plus unrecorded sales, 10,000. See, if credit sales increases, then debtors will also increase, because debtor is the person to whom we sell goods on credit transaction. Now next one is total of sales book of March is overcast by rupees 2,000. See, overcast means it is showing more or excess amount than the correct one. In spite of being adjustment, it will have only one effect, as only one account is getting affected due to this mistake, and that is sales account. So we will write here on credit side of trading account, we will deduct it from sales as it is showing more or excess amount than the correct one. So to get correct amount, we will deduct it. Overcast amount is 2,000. So by adding these two and by deducting 2,000, we will get 2,08,000 in outer column. Let's see third adjustment. Write off additional bad debts of rupees 2,000 and provide 5% bad debt reserve on debtors. See, bad debts is the amount which is certain that it is not going to be received from debtors. So we will deduct it from debtors, as debtors will get reduced. So bad debts, as per adjustment, we will deduct it from debtors 2,000. By subtracting it, we will get 56,000 remaining debtors. And second effect will be on debit side of profit and loss account, since it is an expense for the firm. So we will write here under the heading of other expenses and losses to bad debts as per adjustment, inner column 2,000. Now next adjustment is provide 5% bad debt reserve on debtors. Here bad debt reserve means the firm still has doubt that out of remaining debtors 5% will not be able to pay. So firm creates bad debt reserve. So its first effect will be on balance sheet. We will deduct it from remaining debtors. 5% bad debts reserve will be calculated on debtors after deducting bad debts, that is 56,000. So 5% of 56,000 will be 2,800. Bad debt reserve as per adjustment 2,800. So in outer column we will get 53,200. This is final amount of debtors. And second effect will be in profit and loss account. On debit side, we will add it to bad debts as per adjustment plus BDR as per adjustment 2,800. By adding these, we will get 4,800. Now let's proceed towards adjustment number 4, that is furniture of rupees 4,000 became obsolete, which is not recorded in the books. Here obsolete means outdated. So first effect will be deducted from furniture as value of furniture is getting reduced, minus loss 4,000, and in outer column we will get 6,000 final amount of furniture and fittings. And second effect will be on debit side of profit and loss account. Since it is a loss, we will record it on debit side to loss of furniture, that is 4,000. Now let's see adjustment number 5. A court has finalized claim of rupees 4,000 for not meeting agreement to provide goods to customer. Here first effect will be on liability side of balance sheet under the heading of current liability, since the firm will have to pay claim of rupees 4,000 in future. So write it here, outstanding claim 4,000. And second effect will be on debit side of profit and loss account, since it is a loss for the firm. So 2, we will write it here, loss due to claim. Amount is 4,000. Now last adjustment is outstanding wages of rupees 2,000 is recorded to wages account, but outstanding wages account is not recorded in the trial balance. See, outstanding wages means it is a direct expense which has not been yet paid, against which the services are already performed. In this way, it has become liability. It will have only one effect, as it has already been recorded in wages account and not recorded in trial balance as given in the question. The balances that appear in the trial balance are generally the ones that would have been taken into account after having recorded all the transactions relating to the accounting period. But here, outstanding wages has been missed out to record in trial balance, so it will have only one effect despite of being given in adjustment. So we will give only one effect on liability side of balance sheet. Outstanding wages, it is our liability, 2,000. Now here we have done all adjustments. Now first we will close trading account in order to get gross profit or gross loss. Here credit side total is more, that is 2,10,000. We will write it on both the sides. And as credit side total is more, obviously difference will appear on debit side, which will be called gross profit, which we will transfer to profit and loss account. To profit and loss account gross profit, we will get 94,000. Now this 94,000 we will transfer it to profit and loss account on credit side by trading account, gross profit 94,000. Now we will close profit and loss account. Again here credit side total is more, 94,000. And difference would be on debit side, that is 65,200, which is net profit, which will be transferred to profit and loss appropriation account. P&L appro account, that is appropriation, net profit. Now net profit we will write in credit side in profit and loss appropriation account by P&L account, NP 65,200. Now we will close profit and loss appropriation account. Again here credit side total is more, that is 65,656, which we will write on both the sides, 65,656. And difference will appear on debit side, which will be called divisible profit, which will be transferred to partners capital account. To partners capital account, divisible profit $62,456. Now this will be distributed to both the partners equally, as no profit and loss sharing ratio is given in question. So Parthiv will get 31,228 and Priya 31,228 according to equal distribution of divisible profit. Now divisible profit will be transferred to partners capital account in credit side as it increases the capital of partner. So we will write here 31st March 2017 by P&L appro account, divisible profit $31,228. For Priya also 31,228. Now we will close partners capital account. Here we will get total of credit side. First we will close Parthiv's capital account. $57,148 is total. Total of credit side is more. So difference will appear on debit side, which will be called closing capital balance. 52,084. 31st March 2017 to balance carried down, closing capital balance Now let's close Priya's capital account. Total is 48,508 and her closing capital balance is 45,116. Now this closing capital balance will be transferred to balance sheet. 52,084 and 45,116 of Priya. Total will be 97,200. Now total of asset and liability side of the balance sheet will get tallied with the amount 1,47,200. Now this was question number 9.